Hello dear friends, today we have got a very famous author with us, and she is the consistent best-selling author for the entrepreneurs.
Hello, I'm Rashmi Bansal and I'm happy to be on your show today, Vivek.
Yeah, thank you Rashmi for coming in. So today I have got several things in my mind, but to begin with, I'll start with this book, with the topic of this book, that is Follow Every Rainbow. So my question is to you Rashmi, why to follow every rainbow?
Well, Vivek, Follow Every Rainbow is my 5th book, and it's on the subject of entrepreneurship, but this time it's about the women entrepreneurs. And I felt that women entrepreneurs really are driven by a passion. They are not driven so much by money or, making a very big name for themselves or getting listed on the stock exchange. They don't go after power, money. They're not greedy. For them, if they have something that they're really passionate about, that they really love to do, that's when they start a business. And I think Rainbow really represents that, beautiful, meaningful thing, that passionate thing that they follow. And that's why I've called the book Follow Every Rainbow. Of course, I'm not saying only women can follow rainbows, even men should follow their rainbow. Yeah. So it's for both men and women.
Okay, so Rashmi, tell us more about this book.
Okay. So I never wanted to write a book specifically about the women entrepreneurs because in my opinion, men and women are equally capable, equally, ambitious, equally hardworking, and they have equal leadership skills. So I never thought of having men and women in separate categories. But one day I was visiting a B school to give a talk, and one of the girls came up to me and said that, "Ma'am, there are very few women in your books. Why is that?" So I had to think about that yes, I need to write a book focused specifically on women because 50% of our population is women, but very small number are very visible in the world of entrepreneurship. Yeah. So I felt that if I write a book on women entrepreneurs, it has the potential to inspire so many women out there to do something. And I'm talking about the ordinary women like your mother, your sister, my cousin, my neighbor, my batchmates who have given up their jobs for the sake of their family. So today the women are getting a lot of education, but maybe they are not still able to, have a very full-time career because of various, compulsions. So I think entrepreneurship is an option that many women can take up to bring out their hidden talents and potentials. So that's why I decided to write this book.
Okay. So is this book only focusing upon the women entrepreneurs, or any entrepreneur can take inspiration from it?
Well, the entrepreneurs happen to be women, but definitely their stories are very inspiring. And whether you're a man or woman, you should be able to read it and feel motivated. After all, first 2 books we didn't have many women, but all of the women read it and they felt inspired also. So I have found there are 3 kinds of women whom I've written about, the Lakshmis, the Durgas and the Saraswatis. So each of them is inspiring in their own way, and I do hope that apart from gifting it to their wives and girlfriends and sisters, the men should read it also and realize that women have a different style of working, but there are many things to learn from them.
Very true. And could you please share us some of the interesting examples, suppose say stories?
Yeah. Well, some of the most inspiring stories, for example, there is a lady called Meena Bindra who started a hobby business 30 years ago when she was the wife of a naval officer. She was 39 years old and she just did it as a hobby. And that business has grown into a national brand called Biba, which you will be seeing in all the malls and shopping centers. They have 100 stores across India. So that's the potential that a small business has. It can grow so big. And she did it with the help of her 2 sons, who joined her business. So I think the mothers starting a business and sons and daughters joining is a new trend which I noticed with many women. There's another very interesting business set up by a girl called Manju Bhatia, who's very young. She's the youngest entrepreneur in the book. She's only 26 years old, and she has a business called Vasuli, which is a loan recovery agency, and they recover the bad loans, bad debts for the banks, especially nationalized banks, and they only employ female agents.
So female girls are there for the recovery?
Yes,
Previously,
they are
that
more
was-
successful because they go and very politely they ask for the money, and you know, people can't abuse them and register false cases and say कि आपने हमको मारा पीटा तंग किया. So actually they are very successful. They won an award from State Bank of India recently for you know, being the best agents for loan recovery in whole of India. So इस तरह अलग-अलग, you know, there are many kinds of businesses. There is a lady called Satya Vadlamani who set up a pharmaceutical unit. Generally we don't expect that women should be in manufacturing and pharmaceuticals, but she has a export oriented bulk drug unit in Pune. So I think there's a wide variety of women. They're not just doing the typical women-owned businesses, which, you know, you might think that.
You know what, Rashmi? That is why I liked your book so much, because it is covering the most untouched part of the people life. And just to go ahead to the next stage, I would like to ask you that what is the kind of learning people can take away from this book?
Okay, I think 2 or 3 things. I find that women are more oriented towards long-term vision. You know, they don't go for the quick profit. They won't cut corners. So they look for very high standards, ethics, quality. They won't compromise on that just to earn little extra money in the next 6 months, 12 months. I think that's something that all businesses should learn from, because you know, that's what we really need today. We don't need people who just set up castles in the air which collapse after 2 years, 5 years. So that's one. And secondly, I think women do bring a lot of awareness to the fact that, you know, one's life is not a one pointed street. You have to have a multi-dimensional life, a holistic life. So women do try to manage their family life and their work life. They don't become so focused on their work that they forget about their families altogether, which many men tend to do. They leave that to their wives, and many don't even, you know,
bother about it.
I think they do bother, they do want to, but then they get so caught up in their work that they may be neglected, and possibly they are losing out on something very important. If you're not there when your children are growing up, if you just reach home and they're always sleeping, and you just meet them on weekends. So I think little bit slower pace of growing your business, and you know, doing things ethically, and looking for beauty and harmony within your life, within your workspace also. These are things which I think men can definitely adopt. You know, as Osho once said, you know, you need to have both the qualities of a blade of steel as well as a rose petal in every human being.
So friends, now we are coming to the very exciting part of our interview, and that is call to action. And the call to action is the things, whatever we have shared over here, you will not only learn, but also it will help you to implement that. So my call to action for you today is how you can help a woman. It may be your mom, it may be your sister, it may be your girlfriend, or else it may be your wife. So how you can help them to follow every rainbow of their life. With this, our interview is coming into the end, and thank you, Rashmi, for coming in for the interview and spending your so valuable time.
Thank you, Vivek, and I wish all the viewers that they're able to find and pursue their dreams and make everything that they've ever wanted to do in their life come true. Thank you very much.
If you really like this video, then subscribe, and please feel free to share it with your friends and family.
Hey, Collaborative Business Growth Program is coming up. Wanna join in? For more info and free training, go to collaborativebusinessgrowth.com.